this is sort of shocking to me, but I guess maybe it isn't. Like, look, I've never held Sean Hannity in any esteem. And I've certainly never contemplated that he works at an actual news organization that is anything other than just a propaganda outlet. But there are people who pretend still that the journalism at Fox is journalism. And now it's all been revealed that Sean Hannity was literally like, I don't like, never mind not covering the presidency, Trump's presidency, but like was actively engaged in both not reporting what he knew to be going on in the White House, right? Like, I mean, I remember criticizing Bob Woodward for holding back information about the Bush administration for his book. This is a guy who's telling the exact opposite of what's going on in real time, as well as saying stuff like, at one point he texted Mark Meadows, I'm really worried about the next 48 hours. And those 48 hours were like January 5th and 6th. Like, what was he worried about? Like, maybe there would be some type of, I don't know, riot or insurrection.
Rachel Maddow had a really good show both those nights, and he was worried about his ratings, I think.
Maybe that's what it was. And here he is bringing on his texting buddy, Mark Meadows, to not discuss any of this.
Our foreign adversaries. Don't underestimate the resolve of the American people. We enjoy freedoms 365 days a year while you're celebrating January 6th.
You know something? You've condemned January 6th. I have. And I also condemn the 574 other riots with all the damage that I've chronicled on this program. And we'll have a program that's quite different from the rest of the country tomorrow night, considering all the coverage is basically going to be an echo chamber. Mark Meadows, by the way, thank you for being with us. Now, Mark's new book is called The Chief's Chief, Amazon.com, bookstores everywhere, and on Hannity.com. Thank you, sir, for being with us.
Oh, I would imagine a lot of coverage will include his text messages, but he's going to do a radical thing and not include them, obviously.
Can you imagine, just for a moment, January 6th, Donald Trump is going to be president. Antifa, or I don't know who Antifa is. There's a bunch of left-wing protesters who storm the Capitol, right? That it comes out a year later that, Rachel Maddow has been texting with Joe Biden's team, with Joe Biden, we can do this. And can you imagine, there would be public hangings by now, right? I mean, there would be show trials, there would be public hangings. I mean, all this, never mind a year later, we're starting to dig into this. This would be like, does anybody remember Benghazi? They had 72 hearings for Benghazi. Like, this would have been the biggest thing in the history of this country at this point.
I was just thinking about Benghazi.
I don't recall that one.
I was just thinking about Benghazi because that movie that Jim from The Office made, 13 Hours, I saw a trailer for it, just popped up in my feed. And I was like, Benghazi. I remember that. You couldn't swing a cat without hearing a Republican talk about Benghazi. But to Sam's point, that's what the women's
people died in Benghazi. Incidentally, they were like CIA agents. 4 people died in Benghazi. We heard it over and over. 5 people died in the Capitol because of because Donald Trump was saying, like, go down there and go in there.
I hate to sound like a hypocrite, but I think that's what Hillary Clinton should have turned the Women's March into. Honestly, I think that during, when the Women's March happened with the pink hats and everything, they should have just stormed the Capitol. A lot more people there. If anyone has enough experience at coups, it's definitely Hillary Clinton.
Charlie Daniels' Twitter account still tweets every day, Benghazi ain't going away. And it's been like 2 years since he died. Like, they have it like set up so it continues to tweet Benghazi ain't going away. Yeah, every day.
I guess.
It says, yeah.
That's amazing. Can we pull up Charlie Daniels' thing?
I'll send it to you right now. I had to check to make sure I was still doing it, and they do it every day. When did he die again?
Unbelievable.
It's only funny if it tags Hillary Clinton in it, though.
Yeah, he died July 2020. So it's going to be 2 years of him tweeting this every day while he's dead.
keeping Charlie's legacy alive. Benghazi ain't going away. That is very bad news for Charlie Daniels and Charlie Daniels' legacy. Benghazi going away.
You got to imagine that one day, ideally in the future, maybe not humans, but some intelligent species might find that and, just not understand, but it will outlive the human race ideally.